Actually, what happens that you are trying to prevent what all things, they only come in a magnified way when the patient is not doing well. Your fear of losing revenue was there, pressure was there, yearly target, and all they are all flat once the patient is now no more. Basically, you should be understanding and judiciously understanding that what is the limit, what all I can manage and what all I cannot manage. And always it is important that you should know what you cannot do.
So violence against trust and healthcare professionals in clinic and hospitals has been long debated topic. So why it happens, let us understand that thing. So first important thing, we know that lack of trust between people and doctor. People in a sense like not only patient but the relatives as well, right? So that has been ingrained in this society, and it is a product of last 30 years, 40 years. It is not just now, but like there is a lack of trust. Why the lack of trust happens? There are few reasons we thought. One is you have a negative public perception in the society. Then there is a non-transparent processes. Then lack of empathy, and again the poor communication. Second is not giving the patient interest in center. Okay, so we always think how it becomes, how it actually translates into reality. First is you become hesitant in referring the patient despite the incapacity to hold. Sometimes you know that patient is degrading and still people will hold because again there is a fear of losing revenue, right? Or there will be pressure from above. Maybe you have board of directors, or there is a pressure of yearly targets, competition. Even the bad public perception that you are not able to deal with the patient is also driving you to hold on to it. And that is where the patient condition becomes worse. He or she die, and then the whole problem becomes a big scene.
And actually what happens that you are trying to prevent what all things, they only come in a magnified way when the patient is not doing well. Your fear of losing revenue was there, pressure was there, yearly target, and all they are all flat once the patient is now no more. Basically, you should be understanding and judiciously understanding that what is the limit, what all I can manage and what all I cannot manage. And always it is important that you should know what you cannot do.
And then there are some genuine issues of people is not addressed. Exactly. I have, as a customer, I've also faced a lot of time in hospital, small, big. It is been so genuine issues of then you have to take the pulse of the patients, okay, of the people who are coming to your setup. You have to understand, you cannot say that I am so involved in government regulation and statutory clearances and all other agencies and after me, and now I don't have time to take care of you. You have to understand the patient is the center of everything. All other things are just supportive or they are just enabler. The center of it is a patient. So you have to get time and understand what are the genuine issues. Front and emergency staff is not trained in soft skills, communication, dealing with empathy. Nobody takes time or effort or money on developing these skills. And we have said that compassion and empathy is the main thing that drives this business. It's a long-term game. You are not here for the short term. So if 6 months you get a training, you get a trainer, make them understand how to talk to people, how to be empathize with the relatives. It's just take a interest from the top, everything will fall in place. Process system are archaic and cumbersome. This needs to be identified. Again, this comes from this. If this is solved, then a lot of issues of the people will be solved. Okay. Not enough deterrent to showcase in clinic and hospital setup. Okay. Now that comes about the deterrent in a sense, if you have signages, okay, that this is under CCTV, this is the police number, or if something violence happens, then a lot of patients get disturbed. So all those things, the signals are not being displayed enough in your setup. I don't see in hospitals, nowhere I've seen this kind of things. And this needs to be displayed a lot of time, right? People have to understand that this is also one thing that they understand.
Not take anything on the ride.
Yeah. And you involve, we will tell you how actually you to implement that. Process, people, policy, 3P audit not done. Okay. Annually, these 3 audits should be done about people, processes and policy. Every year you should get this audit done. It will not take more than 50 or 60,000 rupees. Any person who is in hospital consultant can audit you. The things that makes your system very, very old and not able to adjust to the new happening. These things are very important. If you get it done, you will find little problems which can be solved by little solutions will be there. Okay, only thing that somebody else has to come, a third party who can see it from an outer perspective. Not spending enough on, again, human training. People behave, or leaders in the healthcare, especially small healthcare, we feel that human resource and training on human resource is a waste of time and money. But this is not. If you really feel you want to become big, then you start spending on this thing and you will see multiply effect. people like big organizations, why those people spend so much on culture, HR, policy, training? Why do these people spend so much? Because they have money. It is not the reason of they have money. They understand why they have become big, and that is where the small hospital or small organizations suffer. Not developing your leadership skill is again a biggest problem. Because see, whatever you are doing, your hospital, your clinic, your future is an extension of yourself. How much you grow as a personality, that is where your business will grow. So you have to transform yourself each year, 2 year. You have to keep learning. Like lifelong learner is one of the quality. So if you do that, then only you can actually have a moral campus or moral authority to say to your staff that you should also get trained. You should also be behaving like this. So once you are same XYZ in 2010 also, 2020 also, then where is the growth? So personal development is also very, very important. 15 days a year or 7 days a year, you should take out and work, especially, or get trained by somebody to on this leadership skill, because people are looking up to you. Okay. So these are some reasons why we feel it is happening.